Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how you basically creating your own personal brand by using your life story. And this is the nice thing. We all have a life story. We all been through certain stuff in life that got us from point A to B to C, and that's what guiding us and that's what leading us. That's what helps us to build our characters, our personality. Yes, although they say that a child between the age of 0 to 3, that's the time where he actually builds his personality. But things that happen to us in life, changing us, and they are guiding us in a certain way and leading us to a certain way. And that's what gets some people to get up one day and decide, I don't want to work for corporates anymore. I just want to do something else. I want to empower. I want to use what happened to me and share it with others. I want to pass my story on. You see a case and you say, okay, I wasn't part of it, but I want to share it and help other people. There's a lot of reasons and things behind it. If I, for example, going to quickly share my story, before I relocated to South Africa, I discovered that my mom is sick with brain cancer. And during that time, I was flying a lot back and forth until she passed away. And after she passed away, I realized that I want to do something with meaning in life. I was done working for other companies and just marketing them and helping them. And what about me? What about what I want? And I felt like something that my mom used to tell me, that I live my life, for myself, and I'm not allowed to give up on anything in my life because it's my life. And I really took it as it is, and I said I am gonna live my life, and my life is, I want to empower other people. I want to share my knowledge and my experience and pass it on and help others, and that's it. That's what I want to do. So because of the event that happened, that wasn't an easy thing, and I'm still healing. It's still fresh. There's a lot of things inside of me that I need to deal with, a lot of fears that I've developed through that. But all of that pushed me to do what I do now. And the important thing is that before I'm going to tell you why it's also important to share, it's very important to start with one thing. If you decide to share your life story, make sure that you are actually able to do it mentally. Um, if you're not strong enough emotionally, mentally, like to share it and use it to grow and to use it to heal yourself, don't do it. If it's gonna take you to the other side and make you very maybe miserable or very sad, or maybe gonna bring lots of fears with you that you don't know how to deal with, so don't do it. So this is very important. Only share your life story if you are ready for it, if it's coming from the inside of you. So this is very important. So why is it actually important to share your life story? Sharing your life story is actually going to help you build relationships, build connection with people. Because as I always say, people buy from people. We buy from people that we feel a connection to. So if someone can now share his stories, and someone will feel some connection to that, some connection to that person with the way he was telling the story, with the way he was sharing the story, he can say, wow, you know what, this is the person I want to work with. This is what actually going to separate between him to the competition, to the other person in the picture, because they say, okay, this one actually give me very thing like A, B, C, but this one, there is more in it. I feel a connection. I feel like I want to work with that person. I feel like I want to buy. Or even if you buy a product, so a lot of time with some of the companies, there is a story behind it. And you resonate to that story behind it. And that's why you want to say, okay, this is a good cause. I want to support it. I know the people behind it. Like I bought something in one of the cities that it's actually people that like new artists. They don't have much money and they do things from recycled things. So although it wasn't cheap what I bought, but I decided that I actually gonna support them, and I'm actually gonna show you what I bought. So it's something so nice. It's the plate of the cars, and they made like a nice like book for me to write stuff. So this was a recycled thing. I know I helped and support someone, and why not? So I felt the connection. So I wasn't that cheap for me if I would have bought it in a different store, but I was feeling a connection to the story behind it, and that's part of it. Because when you build a brand, you build connection. You tell your story. So what's your story? If you have an interesting life story, why not use it? And we all have something interesting in our life. We all have something that pushes us in a certain direction. So why not use it? You also need to remember that by sharing your story, you actually inspire other people. you are actually empowering them to do things. Let's say, for example, you give a speech in some event and you tell your story and how you started your business. Even if these people are not going to necessarily be your potential client, you can inspire them. You can show them that people that have been through certain stuff still have the power not to give up and keep on trying and doing it. So you are just going to be an inspiration. You're just going to actually empower them with all the tools that they need to go now and say, if he did it, I can do it. There's no reason why I cannot do it. I'm going to get up today and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to become a planner and not a dreamer. I'm done just dreaming about things. I'm going to actually execute the things that I want to do. I'm going to make my dreams come true. So why not do it? Share your story. You never know which person you're going to touch and how it's going to impact his life. And I'm telling you, you will definitely impact people's life. And it doesn't matter what's your story. Because, as I said, we all got different stories and people connect to different stories from different reasons. If someone can tell me a story, for example, I'll take it just an example. If someone come from a rich background, but he had a very difficult life on other aspect, versus someone that come from a poor background, and that's the story he shares, people can resonate to each and every one of them in different ways. And that's why it doesn't matter where you came from and what's your background and what happened. Just share your story. You never know who you're going to impact. So before I continue, if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and give me a like. So one more point I want to mention. By sharing your story, you create, as I said, a connection, but you also actually build trust. And this is very important when you are a small business owner, entrepreneur. You want to create something that people will look and say, okay, I trust that person. Because when people trust you, they're going to stay loyal to you. And that's what you want. You don't want someone just to purchase your product or service one time. You want them to keep on coming. You want them to be your brand ambassador and share it with others, right? So why not do it? Why not use it for this? So sharing your story, people will say, okay, that person, something happened. I can see, I can feel in the emotion, the way he was sharing the story, that it was something deep. It was something that impacted him. I think I can trust him. You go with your gut and you trust. And by trusting, you're gaining new potential clients. And you're actually getting even more than that because they're going to stay with you and they're going to stick with you. Even if at one point they're going to stop buying from you, your product or service because they don't need it anymore. But every person around them that will require that product or service, they will be your ambassadors. So why not, right? Why not? So if I'm just going to sum it up, using your own life story is important because it's going to help you to create your own personal brand. By the way, I've got a video that I'm going to put a link here, and the video will be here on how to create your personal brand. And I also have an online course that I'll put a link below, but how to build yourself as a brand. But this is very important because you, as a small business owner, entrepreneurs, you bring yourself to the table. You are the face of your company, of your brand. And with your brand, you tell a story. And your life story is part of that story. So why not share it? As I said, it's going to help you to build connection. It's going to help you to build trust. You're going to inspire other people. And you're going to empower them to do something that they were dying to do, wishing to do, but they didn't have the courage to do. Now they're going to do it. So it's either you're going to get new clients out of it, or you're just going to empower other people to do stuff that they wanted to do. Both of them are good. Why? It's amazing to know that you actually impact other people's life and you push them in the direction that they wanted. So just share your story. And again, as I said in the beginning, share your story only if you are capable to do it on the emotional, mental side of it. Because the sharing your story for some people is going to be very difficult, and for others, it's going to be a healing process. As I said, for me, it's a healing process, and I'm learning to share it, and it's still difficult for me to share it and to even say it now in a video. But it's part of my healing process, and it's part of who I am, and that's part of what built me and got me to this place. So share your story, and you're more than welcome to share it even in the comments if you want to. And just let's empower each other and help each other grow and impact others to just do what we want to do and stop working maybe for others if we want to do it for ourselves. And if we want to do it, work for others, but empower by other ways, just do it. So share your story. Have a lovely day.